Okay guys, so a little bit of a short vid here. I keep getting this question over and over, so I thought I'd make a separate vid about it. About fuel and engine size and glow plugs and whatever. So anyways, someone mentioned that if you run your engine with say 20% nitro and you want to switch to 30, you have to break the engine in again. You don't. You just basically have to retune. That's a myth. You don't have to do that. Or if that you're running 30%, or like you switch from 20 to 30, you can't go back to 20. BS. Yes, you can. You can run any nitro percentage you want. If you're going to start getting into exotic stuff like 40, 50, 60%, you're not really going to do yourself a whole lot of favors. If the engine's not tuned for it, I mean physical tuning, not just screwdriver tuning, you're just not going to gain any more power. People say, oh, you can't run 30% in small block engines. This is a small block 18. Sure you can. You can run 30 or 35% in this. This is a 21. This is a big block. You can run, this is 30-10 mix, so 30% nitro, 10% oil. You can run that fuel in anything from the little 0.7 or 0.7 cc engine, or whatever it is, 1.5 cc engine, all the way up to whatever you want, like a 28 or 32 LRP, whatever you want. You can run that fuel in anything. Oh, if I want to run 30%, I have to run a cold glow plug. No, you don't. Just run the factory plug for your engine. So if it recommends like a LC3 from OS, just run that. Or whatever the plug came with. That was a factory plug that the engine came with. So no, you don't have to switch glow plugs. Again, you don't have to take out head shims or add head shims when you're switching to 30%. With stuff like this, like I was saying, some nitro engines, like some of the Novarossi engines, sometimes they recommend changing head shims after it's broken in. But if it doesn't recommend it in the service manual, like the instructions, then you're fine. You don't have to. But if it says warning, change head shim after break-in for certain fuel, whatever, then yeah, you should follow that. Or if it specifically says run this glow plug if you're going to switch to this fuel, or after break-in use this plug with this fuel, etc., whatever, then fine. But if it doesn't state that, just run it as is. You won't hurt nothing. Yeah, so that's just a little bit of I guess myth busting, whatever you want to call it, about that. But yeah, don't be afraid to run 30% in your small blocks, your 12s, 15s, 18s, your 21s, 32s, whatever the hell it is you got out there. Yeah, just tune accordingly, basically. And a lot of people go, oh, 30% nitro with 8% oil. Well, here's the thing is, 8% doesn't sound like a lot. But if you're to look at two-stroke gas, like say 16-1, 8% is more than 16-1. That's like almost 10-1. There's tons and tons of oil there. A lot of people also think, oh, more oil is more better. More oil means a smaller tuning window, means the engine runs leaner, and it makes it run hotter. If you run with less oil, like under 12, between 8 and 12, you can tune, and 30% nitro, you can run the engine richer, which drops temperature, puts more fuel and lubrication through the engine, keeping it cool, gaining power, better engine life. Also, the fuel, when you do that, when you run richer, it also takes the heat with it. It kind of acts like a coolant in a way. So the myth that 30% kills engines, people that can't tune kill engines. And that's just the long and the short of it. So don't be afraid to do that. Keep getting that question all the time. Oh, I need to run a special glow plug. No, you don't. Unless it's specified in your instructions. No, you don't. Anyways, guys, a little bit of a short vid about that. Just trying to keep myself busy here during this quarantine BS. Anyways, hope you guys are all safe out there. And hopefully everyone's well and not sick. Anyways, keep on burning nitro as always.